Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Impact Bulletin, where we bring you all the trends and updates from the world of sports and physical activity. I'm James Moore, founder of Coordinate Sport, the software that helps you simplify and accelerate your business growth. In today's episode, we're going to be checking out industry news, looking at one of the core features from the Coordinate Sport platform. We're going to hear about the future of the HAF program. We're also going to be taking a deep dive into the CIMSPA Careers Guide with Andy Heald, as well as talking to Rob Brown about how he's working with the Bikeability Trust to launch a new apprenticeship scheme. Now let's take a look at the industry news and trends that could be impacting the sport and physical activity sector. During Prime Ministerial questions, MP Edward Simpson argued that the physical activity should become government policy, not just government aspiration. He emphasised the importance of supporting equal opportunities for PE and school sport, both inside and outside of the classroom, and confirmed his own support for the $600 million package over 2 years for PE and school sport. The package is designed to not only promote physical activity among students, also to help deliver entrepreneurial skills. Simpson believes that PE can play a crucial role in teaching young people about teamwork, leadership and resilience, all of which are essential qualities in any career. In the latest roundtable episode of the Drive Face podcast, we were joined by industry experts from household name brands to talk about the challenges facing the aquatic industry. Rising cost of living and utility prices have made it increasingly difficult for businesses to operate. However, there may be some good news on the horizon. UK Active has recently welcomed financial support announced by the government for leisure operators and swimming pools. Back in March, new funding was announced for the sector after their omission from the Energy Relief Scheme. The funding comes as a new campaign is launched by Swim England and the Royal College of GPs, promoting the transformative power of being active in the water. The campaign includes a series of videos featuring Dr. Hussein Al-Zabadi, highlighting the benefits of swimming and its connection to health and well-being. For more information, head to the link in the description or check out the resources page on the Coordinate Sport website. A new report released last month has shed light on the benefits of physical activity in improving mental health outcomes for service users in the NHS Talking Therapies programme. The report was led by Transformation Partners in Health and Care, Sport England and Camden and Islington NHS Trust. The report is based on interviews with 400 respondents, including NHS staff, community activity providers, commissioners and service users. Overwhelming evidence suggests that physical activity plays a significant role in reducing the risk of mental health problems. Service users reported managing their symptoms more effectively when physical activity was included as part of their treatment. A new collaboration between Active Partnerships, Street Games, UK Active and the Youth Sport Trust will help schools open up their sports facilities to the community outside of school hours. The Department for Education has awarded £57 million for the 3-year Opening School Facilities Initiative, which will be targeted in the areas with the most health and social inequality. The aim of the investment is to provide better access to physical activity for communities where it's more challenging to be active. Schools can use the funds to purchase new equipment, deliver new or additional clubs, and provide coaching qualifications or new coaching for clubs. Funding can also be used to open swimming pools and focus on valuable swimming and water safety lessons during and outside of the school day. For more sector news, head over to the resources page on the Coordinate Sport website. Time now to check out one of the most popular features in the Coordinate Sport platform.
Timesheets is a sort of streamlined method of paying all of your staff without needing to do all the admin that you're doing. So we've got a booking system that you may already be using to manage all of the sessions that you're running, and our timesheets system that we have will lean on that system that we've already got and check which staff have been assigned to these sessions, and it will generate these timesheets based upon the number of hours they've been working. And then you can easily check against the hours that they've worked, give them hourly pay rates, and then you can check our payroll report and you can see how much somebody is owed for that particular month. Yeah, so main benefit is sort of the lack of submission that's required by the staff members. So obviously if there are any sort of last minute changes that need to be made, someone's worked an extra hour here or there, or some receipts that need reconciling, they can all do that. But if all their timesheets are based upon those sessions that have been set up in the booking system, they're actually getting automatically generated. So all you need is to have an hourly pay rate set against a particular staff member, and then that staff member gets assigned to a session,
And then every week, these timesheets are automatically generated. So you'll be able to jump into your sort of finance and timesheets area and have a look at those timesheets that have been generated for that week.
Here's a quick reminder to check out the Drive Phase podcast. If you're working in the sport and physical activity sector, you get to hear from experts, leaders, and entrepreneurs about what they're building and how they got to where they are today. The Holiday Activities and Food Program is making a huge impact all across the country. The key stakeholders are together in the belief that it can do more, especially for teenagers. That's why they've worked closely with young people to design the future of HAF. Led by Professor Greta De Fato, her team, and the HAF Alliance partners, the HAF Design Sprint program engaged young people on a roadshow across the country, which culminated in a national event in London. We were privileged to be invited and speak to the young people and partners. We have links to the full official videos and the content that we captured in the description, but here's a short overview from Greta herself.
One area that could be improved is uptake amongst secondary school age young people. To try and increase their engagement in HAF, we ran a series of rapid design sprints in 4 different localities, working with young people, adults and partner organisations, so participants could share ideas and co-design a HAF Plus framework. This culminated in a national design sprint event held at Nesta in London, where participants from all localities could share their local frameworks and develop a national HAF Plus framework.
It's so important to involve children and young people, particularly secondary age young people, in the design of any holiday activity provision. They know what they want to do, they know their friend groups, the spaces they like and the activities that they're interested in. And the only way to get this right is for them to be round the table designing from the start with us.
I think there's no saying we're here to listen to you and, trust us that we really want the best outcomes for you as young people.
It's good for them to engage in co-design, so they end up having the opportunity to be involved in something they're proud of and that they've made and something that they're likely to use.
At the end of the day, it's all of you and especially the young people's imagination and coming up with something that just works. That you can go in there and say, look, we can do it. If you just open the door, we can take this away. So well done, everybody.
We can, as a group, help to shape HAF for the years to come, moving it from a good programme to being a great programme that cements its role as an even more popular, even more effective force in changing people's lives for the better.
I want to thank all project partners and the numerous individuals that supported this work, but I especially want to thank all of the young people for their input and support in developing this project. Without them, this project would not have been possible.
CIMSPA, supported by Career Map UK, has created a new careers guide for the sport and physical activity sector. This is the first definitive set of career advice and guidance for the sector. With over 585,000 people currently working in sport and physical activity in the UK, the guide is designed to help everyone realise their potential and guide you through the routes into and throughout the sector. We are joined by Andy Heald, leadership consultant with Sportivity and chair of the CIMSPA Community Professional Development Committee, to tell us more about it.
The initial discussions was out of frustration that you could get some brilliant people working in the sector. For one reason or another, they can't really see past there's a ceiling in terms of their earning potential, but there's also a ceiling in terms of, okay, well, what happens next? And it's about, what we've found is that as sports coaches or coaches, they will start to get to a level and then they starts to get a bit of a map being produced, and that's exactly what the careers guide is. It's a comprehensive roadmap for everyone in the kind of sport physical activity to whether they are a newcomer or a seasoned professional in terms of what they're doing. It starts to demystify what the career paths and roles, and starts to look at the professional recognitions that are necessary to carry out those roles.
Okay, so now let's take a look at a specific example of an organisation with a fresh approach to workforce development. The Bikeability Trust, through its network of partners, trains more than 430,000 children every year in cycle training and how to ride safely on the road. They have set an ambitious plan to develop their workforce of instructors. They have partnered with First Step Training to develop a tailor-made apprenticeship program to recruit and develop the next generation of instructors. Rob Brown, MD from First Step Sports, is here to tell us more about it.
We have a number of, we class them as enterprise partners, so that's an organisation that's got a workforce of say 250 plus people. And what we do is we work alongside those organisations to try and create a bespoke apprenticeship model that works for them. So it could be large franchises that have got different businesses all over the country, or it could be national governing bodies. One example would be we're currently working with a Bikeability Trust we've worked with the Bikeability Trust to design a Bikeability specific apprenticeship. There was nothing in the cycle industry like this previously. We know that the Bikeability Trust have got some huge plans, but those plans are all hinged around increasing the diversity of the workforce, increasing the number of employees in the workforce or instructors in the workforce, because if those numbers don't increase and the diversity doesn't happen, then their overall aim of offering every child and every family safer cycle sessions by 2025 doesn't happen. So they come to us with a problem. We worked alongside them to create an apprenticeship pathway that was going to help do that. So we looked at what's industry standard for a cycle instructor, what's going to be attractive to new people coming into the industry or people who are already in the industry but who want to upskill. How do we get them to the industry standard as quick as we can? How do we give the training program longevity? So there was lots of planning meetings, lots of consultations with training providers or cycle training providers around the country, because there are a number of, challenges that come up with enterprise partners all about their industry standard. Everyone thinks they're the best in the industry, but also employment models come into it as well when you're looking at apprenticeships and trying to change and shape the way people think about apprenticeships can be challenging. But yeah, like I said, we're working with the Bikeability Trust. We've introduced a cycle-specific apprenticeship pathway. We've rolled it out to several different training providers around the country who are large councils and are looking to invest in their workforce so that they can help the Bikeability Trust and the Department for Transport meet that goal of giving every child and every family safer cycle sessions in the means of bikeability before 2025. So we do the same with other franchises. So we've got other large sports franchises that we're currently working alongside to do the same. So they'll come to us and say, right, when we take on a new franchisee or we start a new area, or we want to look at an apprentice for each of our franchises, we just look at, right, what in-house training can you offer, or what is your industry, or what is your standard for your thing, and how do we help raise that bar, I guess, by introducing an apprenticeship so that we can add a little bit more value for them.
For more insight from the Bikeability Trust, check out our previous podcast with their CEO, Emily Cherry. Okay, so that's a wrap from this episode of the Coordinate Sport Impact Bulletin Show. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're looking forward to hearing your feedback. Leave a comment below. See you in a couple of weeks.